how to make better hires. When I was thinking about writing this, I was thinking about the staffing industry and hiring, recruiting, and sales. But I think what I've seen throughout my career is this is universal. It applies to everyone. So here's my tips and strategies. There's 5 of them. The first one is to trust your intuition. Now, for those of you, intuition might seem a little woo-woo, but I purposefully use this word because it is that gut feeling. It's that I can't quite put my finger on it, but I don't think this person is right for our team. Trust that. Then number 2 is beware of shiny objects. Now, I've seen us all fall into this trap, and it's very near and dear to my heart because what we tend to do is we see someone that has the exact right experience. They've done the exact same thing before. They're the perfect candidate, and we get really excited about it, and we don't fully qualify and actually ask them, do you want to start over? And what were the components of that environment, that team? What kind of help did you have? How did you get to that top performer place? So making sure that you're just really fully qualifying and not being blinded by the perfect experience or this person that looks so great on paper. Number 3 is you want to talk less, because if you talk less in the hiring process, you're going to listen more. But to listen more, I want you to ask really good questions. So using BBI questions, which are behavioral based questions, those typically start with tell me about a time. And you're getting an idea about how they performed in the past, which is going to help you predict how they would perform at your company. Another component of that is to have some, what would you do in this type of scenario? And I love a good role play. I know that everyone isn't as into it. So a little softer approach is to give them a scenario and say, what would you do if this happened? And you can have those prepared beforehand. So if you are interviewing, you've got a team of interviewers, making sure that you're giving everyone really good questions and talking about those beforehand is awesome. And then the 4th thing that I want you to try is to hire for grit. If you aren't familiar with the term or Angela Duckworth's work, there's a TED Talk that you can watch. She also has a book with lots of information on grit, how it's developed, how you can instill it in your kids. And so I want you to think about how to hire for grit. And that's just going to be around asking some questions. And I've thrown those into the article as well. 5 is get a sense of the candidate's well-being and go further than that, their current state, but also what tools and strategies do they have at their disposal to deal with stress and stressful situations. Not saying that you have to hire people that have a meditation practice or that go to yoga, but what I want you to look for and ask about is how do you deal with stress? So when you're looking at making hiring decisions, think about these tips and strategies. And if you've got some other ideas, please put those in the comments. Would love for you to join the conversation.